Why hello there, fellow dock workers. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld, Castle in the Void. Episode 9. More shipments to orbit. I think we're, we got a lot of stocks. Alright. Felix, you can chill, whatever you need to do. And then Destroyer will have you, go back to whatever you were doing. Yeah, it's fine. Actually, you know what? Felix, I want you to regenerate Psi Focus and just feed on Destroyer. If he loses consciousness, that's fine. He didn't need to be conscious. He's probably being more productive on the ground anyway. Alright, I venture a guess and say that there's probably enough stuff to return back up to orbit right now on the map tile here. Oh, we didn't grab the map. Hold on. Accept that, but grab the map. All right, let's load it up and send it back to space. And then we can come down here and like cut more granite. And the other potential is build a comms console down here so that I can contact the Empire so that I can sell my prisoners. So at some point getting a source of power and a comms console, meaning it might make sense to send Scorp down here to mine some compacted machinery. Or alternatively, just... No, there's no components. Yeah, mine some compacted machinery so that I can get rid of my tribute. No, we voted he's tribute. We're not undoing that. Oh, God. That almost flattened the corpses. That would have been really funny. Okay. Blow back. Are you hungry? You are. We'll load you up soon. You'll be fine. How is stuff up here? Runeloth. Are these guys like dying? Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Yeah, okay. Scorp. Warden right now. Deliver food. Deliver food. The reason why I haven't invested in NutriPaste is like, I'm hoping that it's not like a recurring thing that I'm barely able to manage the space base prison or whatever. Like, I don't want to be in a situation where I'm like completely and absolutely crippled by the amount of prisoners that I have to like take care of. So that's why, yeah, maybe at some point we get NutriPaste NPM for this, but like I probably only want just enough prisoners to have the blood that I want and not anymore because it's just like extra labor at that point. Oh, speaking of which. Cut it out. In fact, we'll kill. Yeah, alright, let's not kill you. Well, that's a lot of stuff. Armors and... We also have the night ceremony. which I don't have columns or harp in this room. Alright, Skizzer, how's you doing? You dying of malnutrition? Felix will start delivering. Cheers. I think Destroyer is starving. Let's feed him first. Yeah, he's the starving one. Kinda drained him of blood. Low-key my fault. I will need to go through death rest soon. I know that much. But the certainty is moving in the right direction. Especially if we use conversion with Runeloth. Plus, there's the potential for a conversion ritual. The expected quality is pretty awful, though, to be fair. So we might not want to do that route. But let's say Runeloth. 4.2, 11, or 4.2. Let's do 11 on Jacobs. Jacobs is going to be the easiest to convert. And I know we have low food. I'm working on it. We have a lot of meals out here, though. That will help bolster temporarily. There we go. So this, for Felix, is the final psycast. And then from here on out, we're just upgrading psycast stats for sensitivity, focus, heat recovery, heat limit, etc. So he's like a max hemosage now. Which I think I just demonstrated how freaking scary that was. It was great. Destroyer, you are... I'm going to force you to wear armor, because if I tribute you, I'm going to forget to take your armor off, and I don't want to lose recon armor for no reason. So let's wear the worst vac armor instead. To future-proof that problem. Billiards. Let's move that back. And the art, I'll move back. Actually, the art, I'm going to move into the throne room. Which is a massive room, taking advantage of extremely spacious area. You know, Daniel, thank you for the resub. Welcome, welcome. So, we are still trying to tend the prisoners. Best we can. It's been brutal. I have had no trade opportunities like what so frickin' ever. We can always take the shuttle, and I'm considering that, especially for death rest serum, because I think that would be a really good investment. We're still trying to haul this stuff away, and the tainted armor will be smelted, and the food is good to have. Oh, so as far as food goes, find meals for everyone. Yeah, there we go. We have a lot of tribute gold. And getting Scorp down to this surface to build the comms console. And then I also might want to build like a small prisoner holding facility down here. If I'm going to be sending them off for tribute. But things are starting to stabilize a little bit. And pretty soon they should be joining. Just keeping them all fed has been a right pain. All right. Are we good? No, we still have more hauls. All right, just keep hauling this stuff away. Destroyer U2. Dye the recon armor blood red? Yeah, I mean, at some point, we could do ideological colors. I am barely keeping up with, like, keeping us fed, so dedicating any additional resources to, like, growing Tinctoria is out of the question at the moment. But, like, in the future, sure. Ooh, first harvest of herbs? Yeah. That means we can start organ harvesting that other vampire. Yep. Let's rip out his heart. And that gives us buying power. So once we organ harvest him, we get the ability to, you know, potentially sell his organs for profit. Rough, but, you know, that's what he gets for messing with us. So he's in involuntary death rest now because we ripped his heart out. I'm not even going to, like, bother giving him a hemogen at this point. And let's take some lungs. Trebo does need a heart, that's true. I'll probably only give Trebo a heart, like, once recruited, though. Because I don't want to invest in a prisoner that could, like, go berserk and die. That would be a bit of a loss. And I'm trying to level up both Runloth and Felix so that they don't hit, like... Oh, we already hit max today. They both hit max today. Okay, so let's pause this for tomorrow, which is in, like, 4 hours in-game. So that we don't max out our experience per day. Getting the most amount of medical ability. Oh, nope. Don't do that. We really need the food. The shuttle's nice and refueled. Maybe it's time to go for like a tree cut run instead of a building the comms console run. I could see it going either way, but a tree cut run would allow us to, like, refuel a little bit. I don't really like jungle trees, though. I'm gonna go to... But the trouble is, there's not a lot of temperate forest directly under us. Like, the closest temperate forest is, like... who the hell knows? Here? And that's a lot more chem fuel, I'm assuming, to jump there? Just jump to the zone? Alright, it's all cleaned up. Perfect. Nice. Certainty down to 0. Jacobs is ready to be recruited. It's a new day, so let's rip more organs out, and Felix, you be the operator. Okay, you've already maxed today, so Runloth, you be the next operator. And, maybe what to go and do is bring a bunch of this stuff to market that I don't need. So I think what I'll do is bring... Because I could buy, like, food or other things that we're a little bit more desperate for. So I'm going to bring the animal pulsar because, like, I just don't have use of that. Bring the organs other than the heart because we might need the heart. Bring the thrombohorn. The flak vest. The smoke pop. The fire foam. The silver. I'm not bringing the gold because that could be offered for tribute. So that serves a different purpose. And I want to keep the shuttle engine because getting another shuttle would be nice. Okay, have you maxed for today? You have. Does anyone else do doctoring? No? So Felix, you just do the last one. And then once we, or actually, Runloth, you can do it. Once we, get all the organs, we'll load those up too. And we'll drop down and... Oh, you know, I'm not a knight yet, actually. So, in order to trade with the royals, I'm going to need knight title. So, current priority right now is manage prisoners and become knight. I forgot that it was offered, but I hadn't actually done it yet. So, in order to become a knight, we need a harp. So, let's stop doing blowback real quick. Do harp. Research harp real quick. And then, the only other thing we need here is like 2 columns, and I'll just throw 2 like slate columns in. The future area of this room is going to be like a throne like this big, where we put walls here, walls here. I'm not planning the whole thing being a throne room. I just wanted like 3 rooms out of this, just to, you know, throw that out there. So this whole room is not going to be throne room, because eventually it's going to need fine flooring, and like that's super expensive if it's a massive room. One other thing we'll need if we are building a harp is like a smithy. Okay, I'm quite low on steel and I'm quite low on components. So we'll have to go down to surface and get that stuff. And that's actually maybe a need for Scorp to do right now. So when Scorp tops up food, I'm going to send him down. Oh, and there's Jacobs. Cool. Raffle timer's up for Jacobs. So Jacobs, pull your bed out of there. You can sleep here. And Jacobs, you're going to be restricted to home zone for now until you put on Spacefarer armor. Because I don't need you going for a spacewalk and dying the minute I recruited you. So she is an undergrounder that is ugly. She does plants, animals, medical, shooting, and melee. Plants is so important because we are really not keeping up with our plants needs. So she is going to be mostly our new plant person. No, don't shoot, don't shoot, don't shoot. So Scorp, where are you at now? You're also going to have to be the crafter for the harp. So actually, Scorp, you hang... I'm going to send Scorp down. So, we are... Oh, you know what? Whoa. We're still loading. Yeah, right. I'll go on the trade run first and then do Scorp. Because we have the pod full of stuff. So, hi party hauling, guys. And Jacobs, you are already in vac armor. So, you're good. Oh, you also took one of the old bedrooms. That's totally fine. I don't really care which bedroom. So, you are no longer zone restricted. And you're moving ahead of Destroyer, because you're actually a colonist. Destroyer's kind of low-key not. I'll give him a gun for now, but he's not sticking around for very long. Oh, shoot. I don't have any water. Is work drive off cooldown? It is. So, once we go for that mining round, I'll hit him with a work drive. Gross. All no reason to wait to go back there. It's a heat wave now. So we're almost loaded up for our trade run. And the other question is, there is the Civil Outlander Union that we could trade with. So maybe I'll go trade there rather than wait for the night thing, just so that we can get the ball rolling. So Felix, hop in. You are headed to here for 105 chem fuel. Do I have 200? Do I have a return trip? No, I don't have enough chem fuel for a return trip. I'll get it from wood. I could buy it, but I'd rather not have to buy chem fuel and like pray that it's being offered to begin with. So I'll just fuel it up a little bit more. The thing is, I will need wood for the harp too, but whatever. That's future me's problem. Alright, Runeloth, convert, McKinney. It ain't much, but we're chipping away at it. Alright, down we go. Trade with Devotion Sound. They have Serum. Hell yeah. Jump packs. Really want that too. I'm not worried too much about side trainers. Unless it's a side trainer that is a regular psycast and not a expanded psycast. Because we don't use any of the expanded psycast stuff other than hemosage, which I already have. Okay, so right now we're coming out ahead. A telescope would be pretty good because it would give us a reason to be outside and to gain rec from outside. I'm not going to worry about the other gene packs. I'm not planning on doing a lot of gene implantation. Another advanced component would be good so that we can start fabrication once we get there. And Turtle, you are... Wow, you've been winning a lot lately. Congrats. Anything else I'm overlooking? I think for convenience, I'm just gonna like buy a bunch of chem fuel. And then maybe potatoes? I know it's expensive. Well, no, I'll just do the chem fuel. No, maybe the potatoes to turn it into chem fuel and the wood to turn it into chem fuel. Although I'll buy the potatoes and not the chem fuel. I think that's what I'll do. Runeloth, you're actually idle for once. Holy heck. When does that ever happen? Oh, you know, one other thing I could do is to buy the wood for the harp. 150 wood. Let's just do that so I can become a knight sooner. It's selfish, but like, it's, you know, we're powerful when we do it. Okay, unload all, and ingest, and then apply. For the telescope, I'll install it here. It's pretty safe. I mean, there's a door there, and it won't get blown up there easily. I think that's wise. And then let's pause chem fuel from wood so that we don't destroy our materials that we're using to make a harp. Okay. Turtle. Art research should just take a second. And now we have a nice empty, and granted, like, I need veg, so I'll make chem fuel from organics. But the purpose of buying the potatoes is I knew I was going to, like, be really low on chem fuel. But we'll be sending down to the surface in a minute. Alright, come on, just get that harp research. It's not that hard, guys. It's weird to see, like, idle colonists I'm so not used to that because we've just been like flat out working with no breaks, and now we can actually chill for a minute. All right, so harp is done. We're gonna go back to blowback to get gun turrets to protect our surface interests. But let's go ahead and queue up a heart to be made, which is the only thing standing between us and... Oh, I don't have enough wood? Wait, what happened? I bought 150. Did we already churn? I'm missing some wood. I froze the bill too slow. You know, I'm gonna do this. This bedroom is gonna suck again, but it's fine because Destroyer is gonna sleep here, and then this bed is gonna get destroyed, and then this bed is gonna get moved. There we go. So this room is just gonna get ripped up. A frickin' gun? You know what? Okay. Hold fire. You have severe blood loss. I think if I blood loss you again, you're dead. So, yeah, you're downed. You guys are super well nourished. You know what? That's partially because Felix was away. So I guess this is my fault. Your cat says you need to sleep. Well, have a good night. And thanks for chilling. Do we not have meals? We really don't. Okay, simple meals are going to mean a veg again. Ruinloth, wake up. Oh, I have the... Oh, yeah, no, because I've been stripping it up. Okay. Score! Smithy dime. Get me a harp. It's the only thing I need. Now, the other issue is, like, my braziers are probably going to run out of fuel without more wood income. So, I know, and I'm keeping an eye on that. What? Oh, yeah, it's... Okay. That's what's going on. The grow light wasn't hitting that one spot. Normal quality. Yeah, that's good enough. Alright, let's kick off the night ceremony. The only other thing is, once I become a knight, my bedroom will need a double bed, end table, and dresser. Which I cannot currently fulfill unless I take this room. So, sorry. I know I just gave you furniture, but no, it's mine now. Rude, I know, but I am the leader, or rather, Felix is the leader after all. So here we go. Here's the ceremony, people. Wow, that is a health condition there. We got Anthusa, the elder, the slowpoke too. Oof, dear lord. Coming in. We have a somewhat impressive throne room. I'm gonna do something a little cheese. They don't need to know it's cheese. Hey, temporarily, could you guys, adorn the room? So, Turtle moves this, Ruinloth moves this, Felix moves this, Fort moves this, Destroyer moves this. Import a room. Yep, there we go. Start bestowing. Done. It's not the most impressive room ever, but I made it a little bit nicer. We've had two unimpressive bestowing ceremonies, and I'm really hoping for like a good one. We've had bad luck twice in a row. It's bummed me out, man. What was the chance for another unimpressive? 23%, just like last time? Whatever. Alright, night title gained. Permit awarded. So, for the permits, I now have access to aerodrome and transport. Transport shuttle's a little weird one to have, given that I have a shuttle, but, you know, whatever. So, what permits? I've got steel, food, laborer, silver, aero drone strike, and transport shuttle. You pick the permit. And then I leveled up a psycast, and we are obviously just going to upgrade self. Because I don't unlock anything else, it's not allowed. I'm going to put one of the billiards back here. But actually, I kind of like... I'm going to keep the TV in here. I'm going to split the impressiveness so that it's like... I want both to be very impressive if I can manage. 3 Neanderthals. Wow, that would be really easy to kill. To clear. I'm considering. Okay. Now that the passenger shuttle is good, Scorp. You are going to be... When Scorp wakes up, I'm going to send him surface-side to go get steel and components. I think that's what we need more than really anything else. So the current priority is amass, steel, components, and granite. Granite is, of course, for ideological art. So I might also send Destroyer down with Scorp, down to this map tile, for Scorp to get steel and components and Destroyer to cut stone. And have them both spearhead that initiative. I think that's smart. And you guys want me to take the steel permit? Cool. So, steel drop. Done. And let me just step outside and call it in. And then immediately start death resting, I think. Actually, I'm gonna... So it's 250. I want one more accelerator before I start death resting. And I just called in enough steel to get that other accelerator up. And then I want to hit a work drive before I death rest too. Alright, done. Scorp, you're about to be awake. Let's hit you with a work drive. And I'm going to sleep. Done. Scorp and Destroyer. I don't know if Destroyer is rested, but I don't care. I'm so bad to him. Before you get in there, load all 5 simple meals in, and all 7 package meals. And then yourselves. And we'll just have to cook more food. Which is fine, because there's veg galore. Putting the shuttle close to here is kind of pointless, because there's not a source of steel nearby. There's barely any steel there. So I'm going to park the shuttle where there is steel, when there's lots of steel down here. So it's going to be a bit of a walk, but like, whatever. This is convenient for, So the steel up here, I'm going to incorporate into the power generation. So this bed is going to be Scorps. And then this bed is going to be Destroyers. That's still correct. Cool. This stockpile here is not going to take Tainted anymore. I'm good. Actually, no apparel, no weapons. Don't even bother. So, let's start building the thing. And destroy or cut stones. Or rest and then cut stones. Now, it's a little weird to park, like, nowhere near. But this is, again, so that I can easily load up steel. From, for the shuttle. So all I gotta do right now is to make sure that the turbine and the comms console has enough steel to build. And then all the rest of the steel can go down to the shuttle zone. Or, honestly, just forbidden. Because what I could do in this case is load only steel here from here, and then do another load of like granite and steel later for multiple shuttle trips. And then some of the steel up here, I think it would not be, especially given that Destroyer has a gun, not be unreasonable to also get a butcher table. So that I can add meat to our menu up in space. Because once Destroyer makes some granite blocks, he could help with butchery. Come on, there's still... what are you talking about? Okay, so now there's stonecutter and steel. The other thing is it sucks temperature-wise in here, so cut down some trees to just make it more chill before we start to mine the hell out of everything. Dev Fenica, thank you for the sub. Welcome to the stream. Yes, more rice. All right. So everything that we needed steel for has been supplied, and now we just need to get components. There was a little in the okay, this might be closer-ish. So we're gonna have Scorp go over here. And a reminder, the reason we're doing this is so that we can call on the comms console to tribute gold for honor, because Dire and Destroyer for that matter, because Dire is like Hemogen farmed, given that he's evil, and we're just, that's what we're doing with him. So what are you doing? Oh, well, that makes this easy. Guess we know how we're gonna eat meat. Where are you going? They leave it. Oh, it's so hot they're leaving the map tile. Yeah, I don't blame you. It's freaking ridiculously hot. It's 56 Celsius. Screw that. This Muffalo was like, hey, they have air conditioning. Let's get in there. It's like, no, it's not for you. Sorry. Oh, I never moved the meals. Shoot. All right. So we have the means to call in a tribute. So the purpose of building this, once the wind's actually blowing fast enough to actually run this thing, is to call in a tribute caravan and to ask, or to basically offer destroyers tribute and also gold. So we can, once the caravan gets here, we would be able to, oops, wrong person. We would be able to shuttle in the gold that we have in orbit. I wouldn't want the gold stored here though, because it would increase the colony value of this area by a lot, potentially running the risk of you know, a raider coming in and stealing it, or having a greater number of raiders show up because it's valuable. And that would not be great. Okay, Destroyer is now bringing things down to load into the shuttle. And then Scorp is confused. He's just zigzagging back and forth. Great. How are we doing over here? You guys starving? Yes, yes, you are. Because, right, my only warden is death resting, and the game wasn't like, hey, you need a warden. Okay, sorry, Runloth, you gotta wake up. My bad. Now, I know this meat isn't going to last very long. So hopefully we'll be able to launch before it spoils. Okay, the shuttle's done. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Castle in the Void, which originally streamed live on Twitch as a miniseries marathon. If you have any questions for me, let me know in the comments below. I am not, however, looking for feedback because this streamed once only as a marathon and it cannot be incorporated. If you would like to join my online community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it. If you'd like to join my Patreon page, you can also find a link to that in the description as well. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, especially those that suggested this specific scenario, which would be Runloth, Felix, and Scorp, and also viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you on the next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Sanguophage worshippers.